Good afternoon, everyone. Trust you're doing fine. Um, so it's good to have everyone here. Before we start, I would like to first have a feel of the atmosphere. First, do a little chat with us, right? Um, so we are here for one purpose, which is to have an amazing portfolio review session. And from previous portfolio review sessions that I have coordinated, there's usually this tension, right, in the air. So we're just going to, try to like have a little chat before we start. So I'm going to want to have conversations with a few persons. All right. So let me start with the Matilda because I just see that you joined in not too long ago. Hello, Matilda. Good afternoon. How are you today? If you are not in a place where you can mute your mic, please let me know. Just let me know in the chat. Yeah. Matilda, are you in a place and unmute your mic and have a chat with me? All right, that's fine. So let's go with Kingdom Gospel. Interesting name. Hi, Kingdom Gospel.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you doing today?
I'm fine. My name is actually Emmanuel.
Hi, yeah. Hi, Emmanuel. So, is this your first time on a portfolio review session?
Yeah, this is actually my first time. I just saw the WhatsApp message. Sorry, I wasn't following from the beginning, so I saw the WhatsApp message, so I decided to literally.
All right, that is really awesome. Let me just give you a bit background as to how portfolio research go. It's very simple. It's actually a very enlightening session where even if it is not your portfolio that is being reviewed, you can actually learn from the feedback that is being given on another person's portfolio, right? So what you'll be expected to do in today's session is to take note, pay attention, and ask questions. Do we
Uh,
have a deal?
no problem.
All right, awesome. So nice to have you here, Emmanuel. Okay, so let me call somebody else.
All right.
You see, Jesus Christ, I'm gonna spoil some people's names. I Joby Utino. I think pronounced your name correctly, right? Please, if I didn't pronounce your name correctly, please correct me. Joby
Good afternoon.
Uteno. Oh,
Actually,
Uteno.
it's
All
Tenno.
right.
Hello, can you hear me? Tenno, yeah. So I actually add an extra E to the
That's
name
the confusion.
just to make it
Okay,
clear.
okay. So, Chino, is this your
Yeah,
first time on
yeah,
a portfolio review session?
yeah. This is
Oh,
actually my
we have,
first time.
have some first timers here. Okay, so just like I already told
Yeah,
Emmanuel, all right, it's not going to. Don't feel tense. Don't feel, I don't know, don't feel out of place, right?
I'm I'm
Is your
already
portfolio
sweating. Oh.
is your portfolio going to be reviewed? Are you among the people that will have their portfolios reviewed?
Yes,
Ah, yes,
yes.
because I recognize the name. So please feel relaxed, all right? No tension. This is not a slaughterhouse. Nobody's going to slaughter you. No one's going to slaughter your
All right.
portfolio. All right.
I
Just
wouldn't
relax.
mind. I wouldn't mind being slaughtered anyway. Let me get the
So,
best.
so let out the tension, all right? The tension
All
is
right.
not there is no place for tension here. This is a feedback environment, and it's going to come with a lot of constructive feedback from our
Okay.
facilitators. So be on the lookout for so much that you'd learn today, all right?
All right. Thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome. So let me just call one more person, then we'll start. Okay. Let me look for a female. I actually thought Eternal was a female. Let's see. Okay, I Mercy, Mercy, yes. Hello, Mercy.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you doing today?
I'm very well, and you?
I'm good. Thank God. So, is this your first time on a portfolio review session?
Yes,
And you are on our list, right? Of those that are going to be revealed. Yeah.
yes, I am.
Okay. You're already sounding tense. Why?
No, I'm excited. I'm not tense.
Okay, okay, that's great to hear then. So you're excited. Yes, that's the energy I want to get. All right. So feedback is actually like for me, it's like something that I eat, like food to me, because it tells me that I have so much to improve on, and it tells me how exciting my growth that will be, right? So I want you to have that
Yes,
disposition in today's session and have fun, right? Ask questions as much as you can. Even when your facilitators are giving you feedback, also feel free to ask questions. Yeah.
yeah, sure. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone. So we have our first facilitator already on the call with us. That is in the person of Mr. Ayomide Ajibade. So I'm going to shut up now, right? So that Mr. Ayomide can do what he knows how to do best. So the voice of the person you'll be hearing next is Mr. Ayomide, who is a UI UX designer and is on this call with us. So please, Mr. Ayomide, have the floor.
All right, all right, all right. Thank you so much once again. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Yeah, I see it as an honor to be here this afternoon. It is afternoon in Nigeria. All right, so my name is Ayomide Ajibade. I'm love to be called Mide for a reason. Yeah, because it is actually very short. So let me keep it simple. So I don't know if I should like get started now. I actually did not come with any slides, sincerely, but I am expecting that I will get to see a lot of portfolio presenting so I can start my review section. So I don't know how that works.
Yes, yes, good. So the persons, I'm just going to call the list of persons that are that we have assigned to you, so they can present their portfolio, right? So just give me like 30 seconds, and I'll get their names ready for you.
All right, thank you so much. All right, so probably before they comes, let me just start saying one or two things before they begin to present their portfolio. So yeah, I do not want to assume, or let me assume probably most of us here into this class are still coming up, are still junior designers, probably of a 3 years of experience, 2 years of experience, or 1 year of experience, or going to be a year of experience. So yeah, trust me, there is no tension anywhere. So we come here to learn together. We are here to learn together. As you are learning, I am also learning. However, it is very important that I mention few things that it is very paramount for every upcoming designers that they should take note of or that they should be aware of when building their portfolio or trying to put one or two things together for their portfolio, because I feel that it's actually very challenging for junior designers to get their portfolio prepared, because most people will be asking questions like, and how do we do case study? Case study is actually very long. What are the necessities that I should have in my case studies? Some people will be asking, should I actually build a website that has a domain, a personalized domain, or I should just keep it on Dribble, Behance, and Notion and the likes? It is actually very common questions that I know that some people get to ask amidst us, but it's actually very something very simple. Another question is that, take for instance, you are just like coming up, you've not really worked on many life projects before, so you are not sure of how to measure your impact. Because I'm pretty much, I get these questions a lot. How do we measure our impact since we are not building on life portfolio? Yeah, it's actually it's a key, because one of the things that will determine your success on a particular case study, on a particular portfolio is solved, is the impact you have made. However, impacts are in levels. Your impact might not be focused on the product, it might actually be focused on what or one or two things you've learned on that product. What are the things you've made better that was not there before, but now you've improved on? So we have so much impact. But let me leave it here now for now. Then
Thank you very much. That was actually very important to note, so that this would be like at the back of everyone's mind once the review session begins. So I'm going to call on the first person um, that would be sharing their portfolio now. And Chidima Okafor Blessing, are you on the call? Please start sharing your screen, present your portfolio,
Can you hear
and
me? Please
you may.
confirm you can. Oh, okay.
Yes, I can hear you. Awesome.
All right. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Chidima Okafo. I am a UI UX designer. So I would start sharing my screen. Can you see my screen now? Can you see my screen?
Yes, yes,
yes,
good.
we can.
All right. So I created this with Webflow, and so this is my website. So yeah, this is my portfolio. So here I have my resume, I have my about me, and then I have a call to action button. And on the hero page, this is more like something, I think I want to represent this text. And then there's also an explore my creations button. Basically just take the viewer to my designs. Then I added this picture, and these are like some of the brands I've worked or learned from. Then, there's also a button for my resume here. Then these are projects I've worked on. I've worked on Cashboss. Cashboss is a personal project. So beside this, I have worked on other projects, but I'm currently branding myself as a fintech designer, which is why I have more fintech related projects on my portfolio. Then I have, so for this, I'll just go to, let me just confirm it's showing. So this is like the inner page. I had linked the inner page to Behance. So this is in like a summary of what Cashboss is about. Then I have my problem statement. So this is the case study. I have my proposed solution. I have a summary of my research and development. Then, notable quotes from interviewees. So I'm trying to not take so much time. So I might not be like going in depth, like what it's. So, but basically, Cashboss is a loan app that enables that targets working class people and seeks to solve their problem. So, then so these are like I for better readability, because before now I had a very detailed project on Notion, but I got a lot of feedback that it's too wordy. Recruiters don't have time to read all those, so just try to capture it in short text that are readable and understandable to people. So that's why I was just able to do this. So this is the problem, the solution, the future, and I captured it here compared to the former portfolio I have that was like wordy with a lot of explanations. Then I added a link to the prototype, which is for quick visibility. Then I said a thank you. I wrote my retrospective while learning it, and I had included a link that would then go to my um the Notion page for maybe someone who wants to read more. But like I said, based on the feedback I got, which was why I created this one. So there's like a read more button to like, oh, if you want to still see more of my in-depth broken down, where I captured my um, interview question, user flow, information hierarchy, all those things. So then back to MoneyWise. MoneyWise is a fintech app that offer budgeting and financial management tools to its users. Then I'll go to so this is like the inner page for MoneyWise. And So I have my project overview and my problem statements. Then I have my empathy map and my customer journey map. Just captured that. Then a view of my wireframe, my style guide. Then I have some quotes. I just added these quotes. Then I have like the screens for these. So before now, I like I said, I had the wordy one, but I just had to rebrand it based on a lot of feedback I got from recruiters. And so these are screens for money wise, and I also included the flow and my retrospective, which is what I learned or the challenge I faced, why, and then there's the read more for like a detailed version of the case study for anyone who wants to explore more. Then I have Black Box. Black Box is a project I worked for, and Black Box is live. So Black Box is an API tool that help powers businesses for banking transaction. It also does verification. So in this one, I started with a quick story, and I'm like, oh, imagine getting your credit card statement and just an overview of Black Box, and then I did an introduction. Then what make Black, these are like products that I've tested Black Box and all that, and basically context that because Black Box was a website, so it was not a mobile app where I could capture a lot of things. It was a website, and they had not worked on the user side and all that. So it was.
Okay, okay, great. Chidima, you can pause here for now so that Ayomide can then share his feedback. I think if he wants to say more things, he will just let you know.
All right, all right. So
Thank you very much.
Chidema. All right, so I'll be giving my own take as an hiring manager that has up to like 30 tabs open to review. So right, let me quickly go to, I think I have those case study. Let me quickly share my own screen now. You can stop sharing. I'll share my own screen now so that I can just have the control of everything. All right. So sorry, it's trying to get a case study. I'll open it.
All right, thank you.
Sorry, a minute. I don't know why I can't share my screen right now. What's going on? All right, so while sorting that, these are my review for every let me say for case study. When you want to build a case study as a designer, basically what is case study? Case study is just you showing the way you solve a particular problem. It's as simple as that. It's the way you solve this problem. What is your process flow? What are the things you do to achieve this? What are the decisions you make or you have made to achieve this? Basically, that is how case study works. And I would like to use this example, right? Just take for instance, you want to prepare a recipe. I don't know if many of us is familiar and conversant with egusi soup or just any random soup. It is a problem on its own on how to solve that particular problem or how to cook that particular recipe. So it means that the way you cook egusi soup is different from the way you cook rice. So in case study, or let me say, yeah, in case study overview, what are the things that you need to have on your case studies? You don't have to replicate, because I've seen a number of people replicating case study because this person's case study has a goal, has problem statements, you are putting it on your own. However, problem statement is actually very paramount because you have to that's one of your goals or goals for a particular case study, right? I'm still trying to like shame. Oh God, thank God, I've been able to do that now. All right, so as I was saying, as I was saying, so there are some things that is actually very important in case study, like it's just the way you solve your own problem. So this is your portfolio, Chidinma. All right. So if I'm going to be deciding as an HR management, I said HR management, hiring manager rather. All right, this is good. I love the fact that you have a very good text here, margin creativity and technology. It shows the kind of person you are. It shows me and it tells me, all right, you are actually a very creative person, according to the text I have here. So this is my next to go on my next to do on your case study or your portfolio. All right, so it means that this particular subtext should show me who you are, not what you can do. I'm saying a multidisciplinary product designer and no code developer, of course. Okay, wow, that is very, very interesting. Leveraging strategic tools of product design and data driving. You see this particular test here, it is supposed to be, how should I put it now? Every product designer has, or should, it's supposed to be a skill that every product designer should possess. So when you talk about subtext on your portfolio, you should talk about what makes you different from every other person. What makes you different from me? I don't know if you get. Leveraging strategic tools of product design and data-driven insights to revolutionize user experiences essential in acquiring and retaining paying customer for brands she collaborates with. However, I have said it earlier, this should be a skill that every product designer should possess. I don't know if you get. So I want to see something that just makes you unique personally, more than what you've just said. Now that is why I love this is your first statement. A multidisciplinary product designer and a no-code developer. Wow, this is actually very interesting. And also, another thing I want to see here is how I can quickly contact you. All right, you can, since you said I should explore your creations, this particular city is not taking me anywhere. It means I have to scroll. So I want to also see where I can quickly contact you from this page. And also, when building a portfolio, I want to see who you are before I go to about me. I can. It's actually very advisable. It's not mandatory, but it's advisable that I see your headshot here or somewhere here at the hero section, just to know who you are, the kind of personality you are trying to sell to me as well. All right, so this is nice. You have proof of work. This is very, very wonderful. Okay, before I open your case study, all right, that's fine. So let me see about you first. This is fine. All right, so let me open one of your case study right now. And even before I do so, I would commend you for at least giving us an overview of what each particular case study entails. Cash Boss NG. Cashbox is actually a fintech app, and from the thumbnail here, I can actually see that it's actually a fintech app. However, I would want to suggest that you make this thumbnail better. I actually do not need this logo here right now. I just want to see an overview of the project very well and much more bigger than. So I really don't need their logos actually. Yeah, this looks somehow it. This looks somehow it too. So you have to like work on your visual skills so that I can see what your work entails even before I go deep into your portfolio. All right. So, but I love the fact that you have at least some excerpts of what the product entails. I don't know if it is actually the fault of if it's a bug, there is misalignment here. I don't know. All right. So that's not a big deal though, but it might be a big deal later. So share this stuff. So all right. First thing, you passed the test of me seeing an overview of your portfolio. I've reviewed some portfolio whereby what I was seeing is something different entirely from the particular work I'm out to see. which is actually very wrong. All right, so I can see the overview of your portfolio. And another thing I would like to say is that whenever you are sharing your case study, this should be the some necessity that I should see on your work or on your case study, such as your what's it called now? Your goal, your role, timeline, tools you used, or your tool stack, your target audience, responsibilities, and your statement. It is very, very, very compulsory. So from this case study now, I can see the overview, although I'm still yet to get to the problem statement, but I don't know how long it takes you to solve this, and I can't see the particular audience or in. Okay, I already know that it's for fintech, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's for fintech, right? Yeah, it's for fintech, but I'm not sure, or I don't know. I don't know your audience right now, and I don't know how long it takes you. I don't know the tool you used, and I don't know if you are the only one that designed this or you collaborate with people. So that is just that about it. So you need to work on it. So problem statement. Okay, I love the fact that you keep it short, and I love this kind of storytelling of a thing you added there rather. From this picture, I should be able to gain insight into this portfolio or the kind of problem you are trying to solve, which I will commend you for. So from your problem statement now, you said loans are vital for survival. Fine, I get that. Proposed solution, I love it. Coupled with the fact that you added this picture, it makes it looks like we are telling a story, right? Which I really love so much. User research and development. All right. So how do you solve this particular problem? This is your solution. Set Cash Bonnet is a fintech lending app that seeks to make money lending easy for working class people with a flexible repayment plan and reduce interest rates. Wow, awesome. All right. So let me see how you solved your problem right now. From interview. Okay. This is fine. I love the statements here. All right. All right. All right. So these are your problem statement, and this is how you solve it in the future. This is totally fun. I love the fact that I can actually see what you are solving beside it too. I'm giving you a thumbs up for that. Problem solutions. All right. This is good. This is good. This is good. This is good. Is that all? This is good. I really do not understand this UI I'm seeing here. I really do not understand. I don't know why you added it there. All right. From there to the prototype. Okay, probably your prototype might be your house. Let me see. There is something I'm looking for. Okay, I'm done. I'll prototype it. All right. All right. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. So this is a well job done. However, there are some things that you really need to work on. The first thing that you need to work on is that you've documented your case study well. However, I need to see I need to see how well you come up with solutions. I can see that you have some statements here, but I could not really see the pinpoint of users, which is I'm not sure if you really empathize with users here right now. And also, you need to work on your visuals very well too, according to this case study. I don't know when you write it though, so that's why I was saying the other time that if I know when you write this case study, so I might not, might have like improved very well right now. Do you get? Also, I really cannot measure your success on this project too as well. Yeah, I need to see how you, after you were done writing the whole stuff, after the problem, the solutions, do you test it with anyone? I cannot see it right here on your case study. I'm not sure if you test it with anybody. I'm not sure if you iterate after probably testing it with somebody and the person said this and this and this and this and this, then you come back to iterate. I cannot really tell from this case study. So this case study is actually very good. However, you still need to add some things to it so that you can bring it to life very well. So I don't know if you really are
Okay,
exactly.
I think she's raising her hand, so she probably
Okay,
has
listen for me.
questions.
Or you can go on.
All right. So my question is, like I mentioned when I was presenting, I had another case study, and in that other case study, I went as far as detailing even a usability test I did. But I shared this case study with someone that was working with what company was this again? Deloitte. I shared the previous one with someone that was working with Remita. I shared the previous one with someone that was working, like I shared it with a lot of design guys in my circle, and all their feedback was it's too long, nobody has time to read this, nobody has time to read this. Then so I created this one and I shared with them, and they're like, oh, this is better. Like no recruiters has like 50 or more portfolio
Tabs.
to
Yeah.
look through, that they don't have time to read that other one, that I should just try to summarize it and all that. So my problem is, which response do I follow right now? Because I'm just confused. And like I said, that one I shared it to my friends, like that are working in top companies, and they were like, this is too long. Nobody has time to read this. Just summarize it and just
Yeah,
be able
definitely.
to
But
capture the visuals and all that.
all right, can I speak now? Yeah, definitely. You are. They are correct by your by them saying that your portfolio should not be too long. However, there are some things that your portfolio must capture, like you saying that you have a link somewhere, which I'm even still yet to see. Recruiters actually might not have time to go through that link or that stress of clicking from one side to the other. I don't know if you get. However, there are some things that your portfolio should entail which are very, very key, such as your discovery process or design process, how you discover, you define ideas, then your prototypes, your wireframe and all, then how you test and validate this design, which is actually missing in this present case study. I don't know if you get. So I want to see everything here. It is not too long that way if you have, if number one, you've well defined the problem very well, you've defined how you bring about solutions to it. The third key that is actually very paramount is number one, your design, low fidelity and high fidelity, then how you test and you validate. That is what I want to see. Do you get? So it's as simple as that. So this case study now is missing that testing. I know you did a prototype, which is actually very awesome, but I want to see how you now test it. So it is missing. So you have to like include that to hit. That including that does not actually make it too long. I don't know if you get, because that's how they would measure the success of this portfolio. Hope I am clear now.
Yeah, sure.
All
Thank
right.
you.
You're
All right.
welcome.
All right. So we'll go. Sorry, we've actually elapsed into a bit of a time, so we'll try to make other presentations shorter. So Ola Supo, please, you have just like 3 minutes to present your portfolio, and then Ayomide would give his feedback in like five minutes thereabout.
All right, thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope everyone can hear me.
Yes, yes, we can.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Olashupo Omolola. I'm a UI UX designer, and okay, so please allow me to share my screen real quick. Um, so, can can everyone see my screen?
Sure,
Yes.
sure.
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, so this is my Behance portfolio, and I have 4 projects that I have worked on currently. This is my most recent one. No, not my most recent, but this is the only case study that I have on my portfolio. So this is Vaccine App. I'm sorry, this is Campus Cash, a savings app for designed for undergraduates to help them save long term. This is my role. in the project, I actually did everything myself, from the research to the design and usability testing. These are the tools that I used: Figma, Miro, Maze for the usability testing, and Google Forms and Sheets. The project took about 5 weeks to from start to finish, and right here is my design process. So this is the problem and solution. So I'll just give a quick run through on the project. So Campus Cash is a savings app that I designed for undergraduates, specifically for undergraduates, to help them, to encourage them to save money long term while they're in school, and also to educate them on savings and investments, how to better save money and invest. So here are the product goals: to develop saving habits, which is short-term saving habits actually, and for long-term savings, to help them develop long-term savings habits, financial literacy, to teach them about savings and investments, and also to help them manage their expenses. This is a little bit on the design, on the research process, the user interview. These are some of the answers from the survey that I carried out, and then the empathy map. So right here is just I'm just going to go through the entire design process, from the research to the affinity map and everything, the user flow, customer journey map, right to the identity, brand identity, the colors, the style guide, and then this is the low fidelity wireframe right here, and the high fidelity wireframe. As you can see, this is the home page. So, and right here is the usability testing results from 2 participants. And then these are the problems and the solutions I was able to come up with as a result of the usability testing that I carried out. Yeah. So to the next one, which is Vaccine App. So Vaccine App is a mobile app website that I designed for a mobile application, Vaccine App mobile application. So Vaccine App is a mobile app for that helps keep records of vaccination and medication of patients, of people. So it's not really a case study. It's just a project that I worked on. And so this right here is the wireframe and the style guide. And these are the app screens that I designed for the vaccine app. So these are the app screens I designed. And right here is the home page that talks about what to expect from the application for a first time user of the app. So this is just it's a responsive design. So this is the feature this is the feature page, and so it talks about all the features of the vaccine app application.
All
And
right, Olasupo, you
yeah,
can pause it now so that
okay,
I'm can share your give your feedback.
all right, thank
All
you.
right. All right, nice one, Olashuku, actually. So let me really just give my review on the case study you presented earlier. That kind of work, actually, I love the way you story tell it very well. I love how it. Yeah, I'm trying to share the story now. All right, all right. Yeah, this is actually very fine. The first thing I saw, I can see charts. This case study has been written in 2023. I can see the overview. It has everything I'm looking for. I can quickly see the goals right now. However, there is something I would like to tell you that I should really work on is your visual design. I from afar now, I see that you're actually good when it comes to UX research, but you need to work on your very UI skills rather. It's very important. So from your role here, you said you participated in UX research, UX writing, and all right, these are the tools you use. All right, this is fine. This is very fine. You actually check all the boxes. Yeah, practically check all the boxes. But you need to work on your UI actually. This all these strong shadows, this accessibility too. You need to work on it. You need to work on it. All right. All right. I love this. This is okay. This is okay. This is okay actually. This is very fine. Customer journey map. Right. All right. This is fine actually. This is fine. But you need to work on your visuals skill very well. It is very important. It is very important. I'm not sure you do a prototype so that you can show us what you've done. Yeah, I love this. However, this could
No, I
have
don't
been
have a prototype.
okay. It's very important on your case studies. That is how you kind of like present yourself to me. So this kind of I've forgotten the name now. This kind of annotations could have been done on your low file so that your high file can just be as neat as possible. Those annotations. However, it is not so bad. It's still okay. But please work on your visual skill very well. But you are good. You're actually very good when it comes to UX research. Conclusion. Let me see if you give us the details here. Oh, you didn't mention the success actually. You didn't. So it's very important that you make sure the impact. What do you learn? However, you've actually written it there, what you've learned, but when you were testing it, I'm pretty much sure that somebody would have said this and this and this and this. So how do you hydrate that? You didn't give the details. So it is very important. It is very, very important. So without any further ado, I am good with it. Just make sure that you correct those things.
All right. Olashukwu, do you have
All right.
questions?
Thank you very much. Okay, yes. So about you said my UI design, that is
Yeah,
related to the app itself, the app design itself. Am I correct? Or
yeah.
the
The app design
entire,
itself.
okay, the app design itself. All
The
right.
app
Thank you.
design itself, and if in fact the UX case study itself too. Actually,
Okay.
yeah,
All right. Thank you very much.
you're welcome.
All right. So we're moving on to the next person, Emmanuel Shira. Are you on this call?
Yeah,
Okay.
good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Um,
Please share the screen.
can everyone see my screen?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, good afternoon. I'm a UI UX designer, and here is my portfolio. Yeah, yeah, this is about me. I have my on my portfolio. You can download my CV. The link is here, and also you can connect me on LinkedIn. Yeah, this is about me, and here my case study. Yeah, the case study is actually I have few other ones, but they are not live. So I was advised not to put projects that are not live yet or they are still on development. So yeah, I have these three projects here. This Tullet is a project I worked with. I did on Zurich training. Yeah, I enrolled for Zurich training. Then this is a course library. It's live already. Yeah, I was part of people that took part in the design. And let me open it. Yeah, I have about the course e-library, my target audience. I'm using Notion. Then I have the process I took, my empathy, then the key information area about course library. Yeah, making my research guidelines, conducting my research. Yeah, these are some of the challenges of responses that I took part in the like when I was researching. Yeah, my user persona. Then I defined the problem in which course library was actually facing because they had they had a previous website and people were not really coming into it because people didn't understand what Course Library was actually all about. Because Course Library is a platform where people borrow books online and also read online. Yeah, and this is by user flow. Then I have the low fidelity, the high fidelity wireframe. Yeah, and this is the home screen, the main home screen. I designed this because their main problem was their home screen was not really giving the vital information, or no, it was not catchy at first because that what they told me. So I came up with something like this. Yeah, and this is the ebook screen, the ebook section. Then the user library dashboard, that's the user's dashboard. Yeah, and my lessons learned and recommendation for future improvements. I didn't put the the link to the prototype because I was advised not to do that. I should just because it's a private something. They
Yeah,
said I
is
should put it.
NDA covered? Is NDA
Yeah,
covered? Is it NDA covered?
yeah.
Okay.
So that's I just actually just talked about the project here. Then I also worked with delivery. Yeah, delivery is a logistic application that connects both senders and logistic drivers. It can be any logistic, either riders or drivers or logistic companies. So this app actually gives the user more different rates of logistic companies. Yeah. So I worked on the senders part. Yeah. This is about delivery, the target audience, the process, and I also did my user persona also. Then I actually embedded the prototype on my project on the project. So while conducting on this project, I faced some difficulties because of I was trying as much as possible not to go outside what they demanded for because I was not the only one on the project. I just really worked on the sender's part. So the senders actually they come into the application, they request for a driver or a logistic company to deliver their item. They fill the form, and it's on the prototype. When you click on it, you'll find more about you find more about it. So that's all.
All
Yeah.
right. Thank you very much, Chira. So
Mhm.
I am ready. You can go
All
ahead.
right. All right. Next one, Chira. However, I think you need to work on how to storytell more than writing because trust me, nobody likes to write. Sorry, nobody likes to read. Nobody has that time to read. I'm trying to share my experience so I can show you one or two things. Yeah, I love the fact that I can see who you have from the first glance, designing solution that elevates user experiences. However, this is actually not what makes it unique because me as a designer as well should have the same skill. I should be able to design a solution that elevates my user experiences. I don't know if you get. So it is not something that actually makes you different. So we need to see something that actually makes you different and tells us much more about you. And also, I want to see a picture about you because this is a portfolio that has a case study inside. So there have been a different case if you have it on Behance or Gabriel or any other platform. So I want to see your picture. I want to see who you are before even going to your about. And you said,
Okay.
all right, hi, I'm Chip. I love this. This is your name. I'm running with over 3 years of experience. I've developed a strong understanding with the design process from research. This particular statement is does not make you unique at all. I don't know if you get. Every product designer should have the ability to research. If you are a product designer, you should have the ability to, even though you are UI UX designer, right? You should be able to research, to ideation to prototyping and delivery. So I want to see something that makes you exceptional, something that will make me hire you over a guy that is doing something similar to you in your industry. Do you get? So about me, this is actually a short brief about you, and I'm still having it here again. So I will actually not read this one because I've seen what I wanted to say there. All right, so let
Okay.
me now you wanted something. You wanted to say something.
Yeah, it's the about me. Should I remove it or I
Yeah,
because
we don't need it here because I've already seen. So the next thing
okay,
I want to, I'm interested in this place. You could replace it with probably your work experience actually
okay,
instead of about me. We don't need about
okay,
you.
o-
Want to see how you can solve our problem right now. Do you get?
okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay,
So let me just I feel this looks however before I let me go back actually. Let me go back. This thumbnail, you need to work on them actually. You need to I don't want to see the logo. I'm not interested in the logo. I just want to see something I will see at a glance that would make me have an insight to what you are solving, to the problem you are solving, instead of the logo here. Do you get?
okay,
So I want to know whether it is a fintech because I might not even be saying all these texts right now because all
okay,
these things are actually very much they are bulky. I notice that you write so much than storytelling. And that is the one thing I mentioned about Chidima. I love the fact that she uses pictures to explain her thought flow. So you too, you need to like use pictures more than writing. Trust me, I will not want to read these things as a hiring manager. So let me just click one of your portfolio and see this place too. I want to see the product overview, not the logo. I'm tired of seeing the logo. Right.
okay,
So I think the only place I can just see the overview of the app or what the app is all about is renter. So toilet is a rental estate mobile app that all right. About is too much. You write so well, so you need to minimize your writing and replace it with pictures. Pictures they tend to stay longer than writings because nobody actually reads. We prefer to see a picture instead. So use pictures to tell the story better. Do you get? So you need to use pictures and something I would like to say is that you are in charge of what you want your HR to listen to. It doesn't matter how you put the story. We just want something that would explain to me that this is how this is where you've been coming from and this is where you solve this particular problem. So the process, it's just a normal process. Empathize, define. We actually know what the meaning of empathy is. So you don't need to explain it to me. Do you get? However, in your own process flow, you might just want to explain how you empathize with user based on this particular app. I don't know if that makes sense. Not probably the meaning of empathy because you said here this steps involves understanding the needs. We all know that that is what it involves already. Do you get? These are the things you
okay,
need to cross check, define, ideate. I don't want to say the definitions, but I want to see how you define the project instead. Key for me, do you even give us problem statement? You didn't give us problem statement. You didn't give us problem statement actually, and in fact, you didn't give us the solution. So it's two things are missing now. You write too long, and you need to work very well on your UX research. You didn't give us problem statement, so I don't even know what the problem we are trying to solve right now. Conducting the research at this stage. So these are like red flags already. So please, and also your personas, they are too small. I don't know. I don't have to keep zooming before I see. See now, my internet is slow, so it's not even bringing it out at
okay,
once. So you need to work on these things actually, and trust me, they are too. We don't need too much text. We don't need too much because they will not read it. See where you are now. See your problem. This is what I actually wanted to see here from this place. I want to see your problem and the solution. All right. So this is now the problem. The major problem we face when using the. Don't forget that while writing a case study, you are actually solving a problem. So I should see your problem first and the solutions. Then now your thought flow, how you come up with that solution. Basically, that is it. This after of all right. I've seen this ones. High
Oh,
fidelity. Where's your low fidelity? I can't find it. And also, please work on your accessibility and your UI as well. It's very, very paramount. It's very paramount. So you should be able to tell
okay.
me with study, even when you are not there to present it. Can you get?
Um,
So a job well done, but work on those things.
All
okay.
right.
All
Thank
right,
you
that
very
was
much. Chira, do you have questions?
Um, he has said it all. I don't really have a more much question, but in particular, so the write up is not really necessary.
yes, yes, exactly. It's not really necessary because we don't read. So you tend to use much more pictures to just brief what you are trying to see. Do you get?
Okay.
Like, say for instance, you have problem statement. That problem statement, you don't have to make it long. Give us a picture that looks like somebody's sad, sort of. Then give us a very short problem statement. Like we just need keywords. Blah 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 is what is going
Okay.
on, and I want to solve this. That's just it.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all.
Well,
All right. All right. So I'm going to call the next person. Then we'll move to Adimchi, okay, to take over from Ayomide. So Mercy, Mercy. Oh, there are two. Okay. I thought I saw Mercy on this call before. Yes, Mercy Okache. Please go ahead and share your screen. So please do this in 2 minutes. Do this in two
Okay, good
minutes so that Ayomide can quickly give his feedback and then we can go.
afternoon.
Hi, Messi. Am I the only one not here?
We're waiting for you, Mercy. You haven't started sharing your screen. Are you having trouble sharing your screen?
I think it might be network from my side.
Okay, okay. Uh, Mercy, please kindly drop a message in the chat if you can hear me. We can't hear you, or maybe try to log out and then try to leave and join again if that's possible for you. Hi, Mercy. Or I think your network is really breaking. We can't hear you. Okay, so we can't hear Mercy. Eesh, this is sad. Okay, so because of time, right? I really thank you very much for taking out the time to do this with us, and I trust that all of the persons that have their portfolio reviewed have they've picked one or two from the things that you've shared. So thank you so much. I know that you have some another engagement right after here, so we've tried to meet with the time. So to
thank you.
have a you can feel free to drop so that you can meet up with your next engagement.
Thank you
Thank you so
very
much.
much.
All right then. Have a wonderful weekend.
Bye.
So the next person we're going to call in is Adimchi Oka. So Adimchi is someone that I know personally, and he's a member of the RoadTrip community. Um, he's a product designer at Carrywise. I personally call him Tech Daddy, but he doesn't like that anyway. So I think she's going to be here, and I would, because of network issues with Mercy, Mercy would also get reviewed. If she's able to have her network issues restored, Mercy will get reviewed by Adimchi. Okay, so Oka. So we're going to start, and the next one you're going to hear is Adimchi. Please go ahead, Adimchi, and introduce yourself. I think I've already done so, but feel free.
This tech daddy too. Hi everyone. Hi everyone. Everywhere is feeling like it's hot. What's happening? Everybody is
Everyone is
feeling chilly now. Like, why? Why? Please, let's free up. This is an opportunity to grow, uh, and it's something that I'm usually excited for too because I get to like grow and I get new insights from people. So yeah, this. All right, so cool. My name is Adam Chioka. My community name is Ifetochi. I think that's what people would have seen mostly. I'm a product designer at CarryWise. I'm also a new front-end developer. Um, and yeah, I think we can just jump right into it.
all right, cool.
Um,
So I'm going to call on the first person. You're ready, right? So yes.
so
Uteno.
sorry to like jump in here.
All right.
I like had like notes prepared down for each, so I had them like opened up. So to save time, I have them
Oh,
open. I'll just
please.
share my screen and
Yes,
just jump
please.
right into
Yes,
it.
please. That's way better. Yeah. Thank you very much. Please go ahead.
All right. Okay. So one moment. I think we have. All right. So before I go on, I would like to point something out. Um, I think everyone has done a wonderful job from the participants from Ayomide and you guys here. I've noticed that basically everyone has nailed the research aspect of it, and that's very commendable. The detail, I was in love with the detail. You guys broke it down, but you because this was like a huge process, because it felt like a tedious process to you, you then transferred that energy to the portfolio. Like you poured out everything there. And it's great. It's awesome. But remember that as a product designer, your own portfolio should have a good experience too. If your portfolio is stressing people to read through, it doesn't have like a good experience. And I know there's that urge, when you have put so much effort into the research, you want them to see the entirety. But really, the goal. So I'm speaking to everyone I'm going to review. That's Matilda, Oteno, and Mata. That it's you need to the core parts that you need to share is what problem you are solving, how did you approach it, the solutions you came up with, and then the results. Those are the four things, basically the four pillars. Every other thing should be toned down. Like every other thing should be minimized. Like reduce the volume of every other thing. Those are the four pillars that you want to show recruiters, and that's what they are entirely out for. So that's just what point I wanted to make here. And that was speaking to the person that had like another section with a longer note. Yeah, they would not, except they are your family member, they will not click on the link to read more things. Or you have or you have used something on them. They will not click on the link. They just want to, you know what? Okay, who is this person? Okay, what work have they done? Okay, this is the problem. How did they do it? Okay, nice. UI. Okay, cool. Next person. That's how short. So if you start explaining and it feels very lengthy, they'll be very disinterested, like even before they get to the fun part. So just tone down every other part, as hard as it may be. You want to show your effort, but like just mute the remaining parts. All right, cool. So Matilda has a very nice presentation. Really, I think there's very few things to fault with the layout. It's presented properly. I like the fact, particularly, that you have an about page, because many people tend to leave this out, but it's an opportunity for them to know you, not even as pertain to what you can do, like, okay, I can design this, I can take your business here, but other fun things about you, how people would have probably mispronounced your name, just for them to get a connection with who this person is. But you shouldn't sound like ChatGPT and very robotic. Share, be it's your portfolio. Show yourself, like show your character in it, and that's why I noticed here also. I think you did. I enjoy movies. I enjoy favorite K drama. This is a plus. Really, it allows them connect with you, and it could be the marginal stuff between calling for an interview really when they see so this is very key, and showcasing some of your work. This is it's cool. So I will not find anything really to fault with the presentation, and I like the fact that designers are now picking up extra skills like front end and no code. It's a huge plus. All right. So for the course of time, I just selected one case study. I just read through everyone's, just one case study to able to share insights. So I selected this. All right. So Chari is a mobile app that gives you a better way to save. Cool. Um, so some of the points I noted from Chari stuff, particularly this case study, is you used perfect. So in order to create a perfect product, there is no such thing as a perfect product. Product is always iterative, and you mentioned it in your host of that you're always looking to explore. You know, it's not the final bus stop. But here, when saying perfect is contradictory. Design is an iterative process. Like you would go back, unless there'll be no need for any product designer. You just build the app and it's perfect. Everybody goes to sleep, but it's an iterative process. So I know you are looking to say like a seamless product, a very good user interface and user experience, but avoid words that are like definitive like this. Perfect there. And then another point, I like the research aspect. Then repetition and explaining things that do not require explanations. For example, I like that you listed out these points here. You were explaining a design system. There's no need to explain. So if you say reusable UI components, identifiable colors, clear and accessible, you don't need to tell them that it is clear and accessible. Allow them see it themselves. Typography style that offers simplicity. So it would now feel like you are trying to fill up your portfolio with words. Your portfolio is not great by how much words you pack in it, essentially. So cut it down, let them see for themselves. This is accessible, this is readable. You don't need to explain that it is very clear or it has great readability. Just cut out all of the stuff. And yeah, I think a design system is a plus. Like having this, it shows you know how to use component libraries, and you can collaborate with other designers if they hire you. So that's that key point about having this stuff. So this is great. So consistent icons. I don't know what's happening. So I sure you use like consistent icons. You can use an icon library. In my opinion, is not really required. There's nothing a recruiter would do with your icons here, but just a general idea to show that you know how to use components and work with a team. That's very key. And yeah, so yeah, the explanation, the iteration, um, the final design. Okay, yes. So the last 2 points that I would like to mention is you did not tell us that wonder feature that you worked on. So you said you made a better way, right? A better way to save. There is no point. I can't see that better way that you did like stand out. And I think it could have been presented well if you had shown us, okay, the better ways or the features that you thought of. You know what? They can now automate payments, and then you show the flow to automate payment. So dumping it here will mean that the design or the recruiter has to look through and find out which one is the one that works for it, or which one is that flow. And that's tedious. They will not look through. This is just showing, okay, I have great UI skills. So that's that point there. And then finally is um impact, projected impact. So sometimes because it's an arbitrary project, you need to show projected impacts. That's speaking to what um other mental, I forgot his name. That's like Ajibade was saying, yes. So projected impact, and you have to get this from sharing with your friends, and you get their feedback. So you say, okay, this could help people save more by doing this. This could, like a project. It shows that you are reinforcing the idea for starting it, and you achieved like the solution, and it puts it all together. So having like a conclusion and the impact is very useful. So tone down if it's feeling very wordy, impact has to be there. So you know you have to de-emphasize every other thing. So that's it from Matilda. I would like to like move to the person so Matilda can like combine all our questions with every other person so that we like go through it.
That's fine. So Matilda, please, why I think she moves on to the next person. If you have questions, please note down your question so that he can take it or take those questions by the time he's done with everyone else. Also, Vector,
Okay.
we're going to add Mercy to your list. Sorry about that because we couldn't take her because of our network. But if our network is good now, we'll just have our portfolio review list if that's okay with you.
Okay, sure. You can just drop in the chat.
All right, cool.
Right,
Thank
cool.
you.
All right, so Uteno. So Uteno, I would say has a simple layout. I would comment that, of course, he used just HTML and CSS, and it's tedious to sort of as opposed to like using frameworks. So first, the hero section is a little too wordy, and most of it is you are telling them, I want to let's embark on a journey, just join me in exploring the future of design. They are not really joining you to explore, they are just showing them your portfolio. You are selling yourself. So they will not necessarily, I like the idea. I mean, I like the story. You're trying to be welcoming, but when you want to sell yourself, I've seen when people market, they don't when you want to sell gala to somebody in traffic, something, they're not asking, they're not saying enjoy the gala, tear it up when you did. It's like buy 15 naira. Like that's how you want to, and you want to do it in a very short amount of time that when they open it, they see what they want to see immediately. Probably if you have years of experience, you show it what skills you have at that point in like a sentence. It shouldn't be more than a sentence. Our advice, it shouldn't be more than a sentence. Once it's too much, that should be in like your about me page. So this is very concise, and as Majority said, specific, something that makes you unique particularly. And so no need of exploring and all of that. Yeah. And then so contrast issue here isn't too great. I just wanted to add that. So it had like contrast issue here. So the layout, the presentation could be better. I would hope it could be better. You can check for many inspirations of simple. It shouldn't be, don't go over the board, don't try to be flamboyant, just simple things that like show, okay, this is what I've, especially when you want them to easily click on something. And I noticed that because when you hover over, this stuff comes up. And it takes a while for me to, in fact, I didn't figure out that this is what I also click to go to the case study. So the city is not clear enough, and visibility, I can't see, I can't easily read what is here. And also, I think it's for everywhere. I think for, yeah, I think it's just here. You can use a target blank. So as opposed to when I click on this and it takes me out of your portfolio. I know this is Behance and it takes me out of your portfolio. I would rather you like have this. Sorry, I've entered my development side now. So I'd rather that you have this Um, sorry, one moment, let me just go to it. Oh wow. Okay, I've you see, so it took me out. So that was not my what I wanted to achieve with that. So let's say I click on this. Um, okay, so have like a target blank here. So I'm sure you already know that. So you just have a target equals to blank. So that's when they click on this, it should open up in another tab as opposed to like going to the next page. So that's just what I wanted to add. And then make it like visible to see. Then these headings, what you do is, I think you could put something different here. Maybe the what you do should just be, you're a product designer. If you're a front-end developer, just state it. I'm a front-end developer and a product designer. So there's UI design, there's mobile app design, there's web that do not necessarily need to stand on their own. So just limit it to I'm a product designer or UI UX designer and a front-end developer. So you could use this to replace any other category. I can think of any other category that you can fit in here, but should not, you don't need to list and explain what they do, essentially. Yeah, about me is good. It should just be probably slimmer, so I don't have to read all the way down, then come back to read. So the whole layout and presentation could like be better here. And yeah, I think it's cool. Just ensure you add more personality to it. All right, so let me use command to open this somewhere else. Okay, so I looked at Maven. That's this one I clicked, and I think it's a very good presentation. It has a good overview. You empathy, define, ideate, prototype, test. Sorry, I'm slowly moving away from it because it's become a popular thing. Like everybody knows empathy. So and you can present it in a different light. You don't need to say it, the empathy. We know what empathy is, then show us what empathy is. That means you spoke to people, just say my process or asking people, getting feedback, then we thought of it. So defining it this way, I've noticed, sorry, I'm speaking from like a recruiter's point of view, they automatically see you as a newbie. And I mean, you might be starting out, but in a very competitive market, you don't want to look like a newbie. You don't want to put yourself out there like, okay, I'm just starting out. You want to show that you know what you're doing. So just go straight to the defining, like, okay, we did this, the idea thing, we came together to do this. We then, I like, don't need to state it all out. It's a rudimentary UI UX thing, and it's good for learning. But when you want to use in products or case studies, just go straight to the point. No need to list it all out, empathy and all that. Yeah, so duration is cool. Proposed solution, okay. Um, Google surveys, I like the research, I like the questioning and all. I also like the computer analysis. This is great. User personas is cool. User flow is also very important. Information architecture it's important. Um, okay, yes, and the user flow. Okay, high fidelity is fine. I think high fidelity is key. Then the design system is very important. Yeah, consistent icon library. Um, okay, so yeah, this is also key, like explaining. So you have the stuff and then you explain what they should do so that you are carrying them along and you're letting them know what specific screen do. So I think this is all around very good. I like the prototyping or video here. Then so I would suggest that to add, I would suggest you work on more sort of solo projects because when recruiters see all of this, they tend to doubt how much effort you yourself put into. So you have about 7 designers. They tend to doubt how much effort your own contribution to the project. I understand it's a group stuff, but yeah, that's the point here. So you can just think of more solo case studies to have. And yeah, you listed their stuff. All this, they're not so necessary. Is use your portfolio, just show what you yourself done. And then lastly, impacts like we mentioned, tests, and then give um write out your impact from the project. So that's for Uteno. Then lastly, oh sorry, not lastly. Matter. So matters, I like dribble. I like that this is neat. And that sorry, Notion. I like that this is very neat. But you shouldn't mix having an about me stuff. So that's very key. Let them know you. The fact that it's Notion doesn't mean you should limit yourself and all, but share, write things about yourself. Let them know you. I mean, it could be at the bottom here, it could be on a different page, or just have it around somewhere. A product designer with business side user stuff. So I think presentation is quite straightforward, basic, and is direct, and that's very key. So I looked at the SAT app updates. We are trying to drive user engagement with the cash app back feature, and it's quite, I mean, straightforward and very short. Grateful for that. Like, it's very direct and straightforward. But you did not explain what cashback feature is. You did not tell us why cashback feature will work. I don't know whether this is a real project or an arbitrary project, but you did not explain why it would work for user engagement. So and because of that, I had to play the video. I was looking for it, I didn't see it. So I had to play the video to understand what even the cashback means. So, and you said you'll be giving back a percentage to users. So when they save, or yes, when they save or when they top up or do something, they get a percentage back. So you also need to share the business impact of that, because they are basically giving out free money. Sorry, oh, I'm a fintech person. I'm always very critical about fintech stuff. But you need to explain how giving of money would impact the business, and how you are doing it in such a way that the business will not die. Because yeah, if you are giving off money like that percentage, well, you have drained out of the whole money. So you need to state how you did it in such a way that business will not also fail. Because this is what business will be, recruiters will be like. And when they see you are giving out free money, they'll be like, ah, this product designer wants to come and be dashing people money here. So you need to explain how, and that's what they are looking to see. What was your thought? What was going through your mind when you had this idea? Just state it out there, and that's very key. And then I think this is a very huge plus, the user engagement. But there's a disconnect. We have the feature somewhere, and we have the impact. We can't necessarily tie them together there. So that's one point. And then, so this is just on the side. From your flow, sorry, I was being too particular with this. From your flow, from what I saw in the video, they have to, I think, top up. So it's when they top up, they now see that you can get the cash back. So that necessarily will not say. So you see save. So save is the only action. There's no way to even show that, oh, you know what, when you top up this amount, or you get this cash back on this. So they don't know about the cash back until they try to save. And it will not drive retention, because that doesn't drive retention. They don't even know that it's available. They just probably, okay, let me save. And then they realized, oh, then it's from there they now started trying. So that's another wordy point I wanted to just add. But aside from that, I think this is quite good. I like how concise it is. I like the fact that it has impact. I like the fact that you also shared like a conclusion and testimonials. This is great. It feels like a real product, and that's what many recruiters also want to see. All right, so that's that for Matter. And sorry, let me see if the link is here.
Check
Um,
your WhatsApp chat. Sorry, I just
okay,
felt
let
like
me.
that was faster.
All right, cool. Let me open that up.
So that is Mercy next. I hope our network permits her to be here because she's been having network issues.
Okay, let me just confirm that she's here.
Yeah, just give me 30 seconds.
All right, so before she comes, I like Behance. Behance is a cool way to start, but I don't like I would advise, sorry, that UI UX designers do not settle on Behance. Once you can use like what Martha used, Notion. Try learn how to use Notion to craft. I think it's super easy, just a template, and just drop it and there, because Behance, you are limited um in explaining, and when you make a mistake, to correct this you have to go back to Figma and edit the design and repost it again. So and most times Behance feels like a sub stuff. I would say Behance is great for brand designers, but for a UI UX designer that wants to explain and give thorough breakdown, Behance might not be ideal. For starters, yes, but as you grow, start to branch off Behance. Right.
All right. Mercy is here.
Okay. Oh, hi, Mercy. Which project would you like me to look through? I think I can just out of. Can you hear me? And can you see my screen?
Hopefully, she can. She can. I think she's really still struggling with network.
Oh wow. So since this is recorded, how about I
Yeah.
just choose one and then she gets
Go
to
ahead.
watch
She
that?
said she can see.
Okay,
Yes.
cool.
Yes.
So okay. All right. So dashboard UI display. I'm not sure this is this a case study? UI. Okay. Oh, all right. So I the first thing I read was dashboard UI display because that's the biggest thing, and not knowing that the main stuff is the Lori dashboard here. So hierarchy is very key here. The core thing, the biggest thing that you want me to see should be the biggest thing that is available to see. So dashboard UI display feels. I immediately thought it was like a mock shot, not like a project, essentially. So UI dashboard design for both companies and the users. So there is no core problem. There's no core problem faced. You are just designing. Okay, for both company, I guess is a company management, like an HR dashboard, I guess. Was for company, and then I guess. All right, so the UI design dashboard is for existing websites that will help users keep track of their performance. Okay, yes, it's a HR management stuff. Um, okay, sorry, I'll just look through before I share feedback. UI display. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, mm.
Can you
So
hear
I don't
me?
know if this is our strongest stuff. Yeah, I can hear you now. Is that
Yes, it's really having a network problem. So I think okay. So let me help you out here, Adimchi. So I'll just quickly breeze through and pick our strongest project that you can review.
No, the second one.
Um,
Can you hear me?
yes, Tech e-commerce UI. Is it a case study? Yes, it's a case study. Tech e-commerce UI. Is it a case study? I'm not sure anymore. No, it's not a case study. I don't think she has case studies on her Behance. Would you like to comment on that?
Okay, so I think she was about to say the second project. I just had that over the network
Yeah,
issue.
that is the Tech e-commerce UI. That's the
Yeah.
second one.
Okay, I think I can just look at this then. Mhm. My role UI components, profile wireframe, mm, the wireframe, um, visual design. Okay, so images, buffering. Mm.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Okay, all right. So yes, I can hear you.
Okay, sorry. My network have been so terrible. Actually,
Oh, it's fine. It's fine.
I don't have a case study. I'm trying to move my portfolio out of Behance. So I would have loved you to view what I'm doing on Figma, but I don't think there's time for that. So this very mock tech, I'm working on the case study. This is just like the design I did. And this is my most recent work, but it's not, the case study is not on Behance, and I've not uploaded it yet. I'm still working on it.
Okay, so that might be out of my power. Miss Vic, do we have time to look at her Figma stuff?
Um, Actually, unfortunately, we don't. So we actually don't.
Oh,
But what we can do is we can work with what she currently has, and you can profile your feedback and recommendations to her.
Okay, fine.
all right, cool. So, MobTech, you might need to do a little more explaining than London use phones and accessories. Um, and so I would like to question. This might be hard, but I would like to question the project itself. And as a UI UX designer, you have to identify problems first. So if you start from a fun idea that you like, a very fun idea that you like, and you start to walk back, you might not necessarily target any users. So the goal of any project at all is when you are done, it should be ready enough for a developer to pick it up, and maybe somewhat ready for a developer or any investing body to even invest in. That's the level. That's the level you should place your case studies at or start a topic from. So you have to think of a huge problem many people are facing. Many people are facing. And I mean, this is a platform that could work best as an e-commerce website. So rather than limiting it to phones, expanding the horizon to an e-commerce website, maybe a special e-commerce website for maybe used products, not just phones, essentially, because it's so that's why I say I'm struggling to find like a real connection to a direct problem. I mean, many people want to get used phones, but what will your business model be? What what problem directly are you going to solve? How are you going to craft a case study? Are you going to um get so those are just the things I would say. Like a choice of a project is very paramount, and I always like to start with, when you walk out on the road and you see many of them outside, like you see many of these problems. So you see maybe children crossing the express and and you're like, okay, how do I even prevent this? Okay, Marua can get to anywhere. Why not create an app for people, for parents to like pay monthly subscription for Mara to take their kids to school and back? Like that is the height. That's the level that you should be aiming for. Don't go for very simple things that you can just do, like things that would task you to ask, that you yourself will find new things, like you discover things and require that you think more. So that's the level I would encourage that people aspire, like that level, that height of that project. So, but that's that for the. So I would like that you explain this more, like London use phones. And are you saying buy? So you explain purchase and do this London use phones, or um get London use phones directly to your home, like the business caption itself. So this doesn't give the full context of what MobTech does here. So there might be more. Me, I can't. I don't know what. So
I think
yeah.
I think Mercy is raising her hand. I think maybe she wants to say something.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, the idea of mob tech, sorry, the case study is not there, so it might be kind of difficult. It's just the UI
Okay.
and the problem I was trying to solve. So it's just like Gigi, the way Gigi is. When I saw their review on App Store, most of the review I got was scam. Like the security level is not so strong. People get scam easily. So that is what we are trying to solve here. Trying to make, like, the one I'll be posting on my other case study. My intention is to work on the security more, so that you get to give us some of your details before you sell stuff to people. So now MobTech is not just anything, it's phone, and it's just London use phone, iPhones, like especially because that is one of the problems that I feel people face. It's why people that cannot afford new iPhones themselves.
Mm.
Yeah, so that is it.
Okay. Okay. I think it could suffice. I think it will work. Your business model. How would you make money from the business?
Okay, you can pay for ad for us to promote your products on the app.
Okay. Okay. I think it could suffice. I still feel it could be better. I still feel there could be tougher projects that you can address that would test your strength, really, like that would test that your design acumen than this. So I feel there are still stronger products that would cut it. I'm speaking from a recruiter's point of view. They might not see it as strong enough. You would need other things to support this. So this alone might not stand. I mean, I've not seen your case study. I can't say for sure, but the idea needs to be very, very, it is important that it is very unique, that they want to see like new thinking, like very, very new thinking. So but that's that. So it was designed for middle class. Okay. Okay, so you have two overviews. That's just the presentation wise. So you have overview, and I understand this is Behance and it's Wahala and all, but yeah, that's it. Um, Application will deal with research softwares, based on the application question, my role, user interface, UI component. So yes, you have like a design system. That's cool. Lo-fi. Okay, yeah. You want to say something?
Okay, that's Chira. I think Chira has a question.
Okay, Chira can go ahead while I look through. Yes, we can start taking the questions right now so
Okay.
that we can
Why?
go
Yeah.
through.
Okay. Okay. Why Ayomide was going through my portfolio and he noticed something that my problem was down. So I want to know: is there any way? Is there like layouts in which when we are trying to present our case study or trying to write about our case study, what are the main things we are supposed to write first? What are those important stuff that our recruiter want to see first? So I want to know those layouts. I want to know what's like the important stuff, because at the end of the day, we might get carried out and start writing a lot of notes. And what are those main features we are supposed to put on our case study for our recruiter to see and say, okay, yes, this what this person is trying to say on his or her case study. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, valid, great question, and very, very important question. And I think is the summary of all of these things, all of this whole session. The main reason why you're writing a case study is to solve a problem and show people how you solve the problem, right? Like that's the core thing. Like that's the main thing. And it's important that you stick with it. Sometimes when I craft my own portfolio, like I've been working on mine, I close it because I get sometimes very lost in it and trying to explain. I close it and imagine from another person's perspective. Sorry, someone's mic is okay. All right, cool. So I imagine myself, I just close it and then I reopen it again and like look at it and imagine someone else reading it. And can they identify what the problem is that I was trying to solve very fast? Like they know, okay, from when they read it, this person is trying to do something. So that's why the problem statement is always at the top. Why should I read this case study in the first place? Is it enticing enough for me to read through? If the problem is at the bottom, why are you explaining at the top? Like why are you telling? What are you there sharing? If the core thing I want to know about is still at the bottom or halfway down the page, it's very stressful to like go through. And then it's when they're at the end or at the middle, they now say, oh, this is what the person wants to do. And there's no luxury of that time. So your problem statement stays at the top. In fact, after they see this app, this stuff, immediately people go through this problem of doing these things. The goal of this thing no, is to help them resolve it with a unique way. Down, start to your process. Okay, I asked these people, I asked these people. From this stuff, I now decided that this is the feature I want to use. This is how I design the feature. Conclusion, finish. Like, there's no need to pour the story of the history of how it came about. That's newspaper, really. Just the problem. You ask people, these are the additional problems you found. You people now sat down together and said, oh, okay, this is the things we thought about. Oh, then we now designed it. Use wireframe, use design. You see that I didn't even mention design system because it's just part of how you designed it. But it's just good to show it so that they know you know how to use component libraries. Then conclusion, what was the result of the thing you designed? That's the entirety of what a portfolio and a case study should have in like pure content. If you check Netflix, I've had to look at many people. It's not it's not long. Like you probably scroll 4 times or so to the end because it's direct and you fill it up with images. Like let them see. Like pictures captivate more, tells the story more. Just show them, okay, this is what rather than say it. I will not read plenty notes. If you check what I'm going through, so I did not read through all of notes there. I just say, okay, this is the heading I'm saying, the big things first. And that's it. Just then explain the feature that you did. Then that's really it. So that's I hope I was able to answer Sha questions. I don't know if he's still there though. So any other person can go because of our
Okay, so
time.
Martha has a question.
Okay,
Martha
go
has
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. Thank you so much, Adimchi, for reviewing my portfolio. I've taken note of the things you mentioned. So I have three questions, and the first one.
Away. Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
The first one, you kind of asked if it was a live project. Yes, it is a live project, and the decision to implement the cashback feature was solely made by the stakeholders, that is the CEO and product manager. So how do you think I can incorporate, or how do you think I can make it look like I don't want to be dashing um the organization's money to users anyhow? So that's number one. Then number two, you mentioned the gap in like for it to effectively increase customer retention, there has to be like a call to action or a banner on the home page. No, now I was just asked to work on the cashback feature and I could not really change the home screen. I don't know if you understand. I could not change the home screen. It had to be like that. The flow had to be like that. But there was marketing for the feature, so that was how users got to know about it. So how do you think I can work around that? Because now I understand you were reviewing from a recruiter's perspective, and if another recruiter should say it, they might have similar question. Then number three, just the last one. As a recruiter, if I'm applying for a mid-level product designer role, do you think my portfolio as it is currently will be enough to get me in? Thank you.
Okay, so I'll answer the last question first. Um, Set up your portfolio to be the standard of a senior designer, not a mid-level designer. Because if you target a mid-level designer role portfolio, you will get a junior designer portfolio. That's the idea. So look for the craziest portfolios that you think nail it. Go to this so I have like I usually save portfolios of top guys and like maybe Netflix and sort of see how they present it, because that's what I want to emulate. I want to get this job. So I cannot craft my portfolio to be like a mid-level designer's portfolio. So always think like a senior designer. Craft it like a senior designer. Don't cover or try to limit and target, okay, let me go for the mid-level. I understand that you might think that you don't have experience for that. Of course, lead senior, I'm just that's arbitrary, but create it in such a way that it feels like a senior product designer's portfolio. And target product, don't look for mid-level roles, target product design roles. Like look for there are people that have seen that started just a year and they're in big companies already, because it's not about your experience, it's about what you can do. So put that mid-level. I don't like to segregate. Shoot your shot at any way that you can. If first two questions, you are going to pay me, oh, because I'm giving insights like that
Oh,
already.
sorry.
Who are
Thank you.
supposed to pay me? You are working on a live stuff. So there has to be a model that works for that live. If it's a live app, for you guys not to run out of money, because you are going to stop the campaign. Maybe it's a
Sorry
timed.
to cut in. I want to, it is, I've left, like, I'm no longer in the organization. So I created this case study based on, you
Okay.
understand? I created based on what I already worked on. So I
Okay,
can't influence it anymore.
okay, that's
Yeah,
that's cool then. That's cool
thank
then.
you.
I was about to charge you. So you they let me tell them now, they, if it's not a timed campaign, that means it's just for maybe a week or 2 weeks, they are going to go broke. They are going to lose a lot of money, because you see many people that would do for that particular purpose, and when it runs out, they remove their money just because they want to get that cash back. So there has to be a monetary stuff. Like you say, okay, for example, this is an example for payments or for saving amounts greater than 100K. So when you save 100K, that is only when you're eligible for the cashback. So that sort of thing is what sets tone. Like if you want to take out of, so that's just for that. And then the homepage, well, you said you don't have access, you cannot design it again. But aside from the marketing, you cannot market on social media. And when they come to your app, they can't see a CTA to start out with what you have in marketing. It's hidden. It won't do anything. Your market, they are burning money in marketing, because when they come in, you are not, it should feel like a train. Like when you take them, you have been able to carry them from the Twitter or from where they saw your ad to your app. Now you now left them. There's nowhere to see it. There's nowhere to. You will now feel like your people were lying because they won't see any CTA to do that. So that's why it has to be on your home. The home screen is a must. That is what you use. So when you have brought them in, they can now see, okay, yeah, I can click here to do that and all. So that's the second point. Then the last point, sorry, I'm trying to get the question again. Connecting it, okay, connecting to the impact. So you need to calculate over time. Again, the business impact, that's part of the impact, how you're able to craft it in such a way that the business did not lose. Then two, how did it drive the retention? Is it that many people, so we had more people this month because of the cashback, and they stayed for a particular amount of time and they saved this amount. So that's the connection that, okay, because of the cashback stuff, many people added money and then it increased the amount compared to last month or compared to when. So that's the connection. It might feel very detailed, but this is what CEOs look out for, metrics. They want to see metrics. Okay, this. And you did that with the 56% and all. But I think you could do more with that cashback and link it more. So yeah, that's it.
All right. Thank you so much.
Sorry, oh, Mercy, that we completely forgot you here. Oh. All right, so I think that's basically all. I would say UI presentation, this expert reviews, trusted device, and tested and trusted. It feels like a brand, like a graphics design stuff. So you can just UI needs to be like very strict. Although I don't like that, but you have to like make it strict. So you can't have this bending this way. So every other thing looks quite neat. I think if done, if thought, if you have a great model, if you have everything, it could be cool, could work. Right, yeah, I think that's basically it. And then when you have your, oh no, this is not a case study yet, but you can have your impact and conclusion at the end. So that's that. Do
All
we
right.
have any other
Mer-
questions?
Mercy, you have question?
Okay.
Yes, I do. So please, how do you get those guys' portfolio, like those guys working in those big companies?
Oh, sorry. I stay on Instagram a lot, and I just see many people like they just put portfolios from designers, top designers, and I just see it's like a slide. I think I should be able to quickly open one. So if I just have, so I have like a tab for portfolio itself, like design and portfolio, where I add as my saved post. Sorry, I've opened, but I just have this up here. Right. So I have one for portfolio, six here. So six expiring portfolios for Uber designers. So I can drop this link with anyone interested, but I have all of these guys.
Please,
So I
I'm
just come in
interested.
once in a while. All right, sure. All right, so I'll drop the link. I don't know if I can share. I don't know if this will work. Oh. Now if this will work. Okay, I'll see if I can share this, or if I can't, I'll just share the individual links of all of these things here later after stuff.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So
Right.
we'll provide us the links that Adimchi will share with us later on, because we're already running out of time. But we'll just take one last question, which is from Maltita. So Maltita says that Martha asked one of our questions, and that she does not have recent case studies on her portfolio, but she'll definitely make use of your feedback. And our question is there a number of case studies that one can have on their portfolio?
Oh, the standard number is 3 to 5. 3 to 5. Five is if you're a senior designer. I realized I wasn't sharing my screen. No, I thought I was sharing my screen. Sorry. Get to show you guys this stuff. But yeah, the number of portfolios you can have is three um three to 5. 5 is like lead designers. That's what they usually have. Anything more than 5, nobody reads. They just principally check one or two of them, essentially. So they just check only one or two of them and they conclude. Nobody will go through like 6 or 7. Yeah. So yeah, this is what I wanted to share. I realized I wasn't you guys didn't see my screen, but at the end I would see how I can get the individual links down.
Okay, so thank you. Tado Davi Oluwa is saying is case study and portfolio the same thing. This is actually an interesting question because it reminds me of Femke's session when she says portfolio review, and then what you see is her going through like a case study session, right, with you. So I think this is an interesting question. What do you think, Adimchi?
Portfolio is accumulation of case studies.
Your case studies, exactly. So
Simple.
it's
Yeah.
one and the same.
Yeah. Portfolio is just accumulation of case studies.
All right. Do we have any? I think we just have like 2 more minutes. If there's any afterthoughts that we can accommodate.
Does Utano,
Oh,
sorry, if I'm
Uteno has a
mispronouncing.
question. Yes, sorry, I didn't see his raising his hand. Uteno, go ahead, please.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Dimchi, for the review. I really noted down all you said, and I will work on it. One of the things you said was that actually I just finished a boot camp. I'm actually transitioning into product design. I've been a salesman for over 4 years now. So I think I want to explore new fields. So you mentioned about uh, group team project because almost all what I've done is with a team. One of them I was team lead, and the second I was just a UX designer in the team. So the case studies I have is basically about team project that it doesn't really show my skills. So do you advise I stop because I still have other projects that I'm working with other teammates, so I don't know how do I go about it? Thank you. That's just the question I have.
All right. So the team is fine. I mean, I still have case studies that I present because I work for CareerWise and I still have case studies on CareerWise. And although I most times man many projects myself, it's best. I know you are transitioning and it might be hard to start building case studies on your own and all, but as time goes on, again, I wanted to mention that your portfolio is a living document. It will change over time. So always look to change. So when you make new projects, when you have new strong projects, they climb the ladder, they come on top. So what you have could work for now. Yes, so it could work for now. And as you go on, as you start to work, you don't need to work with 7 designers and all. Like it would be like, okay, so what did one person do? This is that one person asked one person one question, one person. It means you might not be able to work when there's like tedious work and all. So you guys can you have 7 designers. Why not create 4 case studies? Everybody picks one, like 2 people pick one like that, rather than 7 people collab. There are many ideas out there, a lot of them that you guys can work on. So limit it to probably 2 per case study. I'm not saying you should stop what you have, depending on the number of people that are there, but there are like a lot of case studies that you can share around and like give, so that 2 of you can like work 2 of you. Then if you think of another idea that you think you can work on by yourself, please do, because that's what counts as strong, and it allows you to feel a little more independent and think for yourself, essentially. Yeah. But Messi
Hi,
has
thank you.
another question.
Oh, so sorry that we are already running out of time. We are supposed to
uh
be done by 4, and this is just already a minute to 4. What we will do here is if you have any further questions, please feel free to drop it in the group chat. and Esther will do us the honors of compiling your questions, and we'll share that with Adimchi, right? So thank you so much, Adimchi, for the time. Thank you so much, everyone, for staying till the end of this session. I believe that you actually got a lot of value from this. Yes, thank you, Martha, for the feedback. Yes, it was a value-packed portfolio review. Awesome. All right, everyone, have a wonderful weekend, and see you around. Bye.